Shalom, shalom. Before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and the glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Wadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles, and bishops of Great Millstone that rule well. And peace and blessings be multiplied on all you brethren, teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. Shalom to the whole for the elect out there. It's the brother Dalma Agabar here with another lesson. Lord willing to edify and give you warning through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And this is going to be piggybacking, land backing off the lesson I did yesterday, dealing with all roads are leading to the MOTB. As you can see in this article, 2024, the year global government takes shape. All right, because as we know, this devil is getting ready to come down with that great wrath because, time is not on his side. All right, we're literally living in the times and the return of our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. All right, and these elites, Esau, Edom, which is the so-called white man, so you can understand, he's running out of time to bring in his global government and trying to establish his new world order, which is basically him trying to erase the name, the legacy, and the understanding of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the true creator, Yahweh, out of this earth with artificial intelligence and his technology and his, so-called science and technology to literally, establish his wickedness on this earth forever. But, he's catching a lot of flack. There's a lot of snags and tears in his agenda because ultimately the Lord has the spirit of truth out here. Esau is being exposed, his skirt is being lifted, and the agenda is being exposed. And people are starting to wake up and to see this man for who he truly is, and America is losing its grip and its power and its influence on the planet Earth each and every day. The military is becoming weaker, these elites are being exposed, and the Lord is ultimately bringing all things that were hidden into the light. And he has his prophets, the men of the Lord, the true prophets of Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, starting with the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, to come out here and to, consume them with the spirit of our mouth. And then we're just waiting on Yahweh Shai to return to destroy him, with the power of his glory. But in the meantime, it's our job as men of the Lord and the prophets of the Lord to come out here and to give you warning of these things that he is trying to establish. And one of the main things that he's trying to bring through before it's all said and done is the MOTB, the mark of the beast, and to bring in this beast digital system that can enslave all of humanity in it through, technology, digital identification, and ultimately the mark of the beast, which would be implanted subdermally under the skin, and that will enslave humanity inside of a technological system that anybody that's logged into it or anybody that's linked to it can be marked, traced. You can be traced. You can be all of your transactions can be monitored, and your ability to live on this planet will be at his discretion. He can tell you whether you can buy or sell. He can tell you whether you have the right to travel. He'll control, what you can eat, if you can eat, what you can purchase, at what time you can purchase it. And he can be able to penalize you and punish you in real time by shutting you out of this system and being able to function inside of his new world order. And one of the main things left that he's trying to establish, well, I'm going to show you the main three pillars that he's trying to establish to bring in this agenda. And he's, right at the brink of trying to establish it. And this is why he's going to, bring in these cyber attacks. He's going to do away with this financial system as we know it. And he's going to pull the plug on life as we know it here in America, which is why he recently made that movie called Leave the World Behind, because he's about to bring in this new world and this new world order, which will, but first he has to collapse and destroy this world, America as we know it, and the Constitution and your First Amendment, Second Amendment rights, and your freedoms that you have in this society as it is, established, and bring in this whole new system, which will be governed by, artificial intelligence and, you know, uh, everything going digital. But you see, it says here, that's where the three main pillars of global rule come in. And these are the three things that he's trying to establish. This is what the C19er was all about. It was just a stepping stone and bringing in this system to where he can have complete control. And you see, it says what digital money, which we know will be linked to the MOTB, which will be linked to your social credit score, which will be linked to your charagma. You see, it says digital money, digital ID, and climate action. You see, all these three things is where he'll have complete and total control over everybody's aspect of life. And this is why, he's going to bring in all this chaos. He's flooding in all these different migrants over to the border, and he's slowly doing away and imploding this financial system, and he's making everything to go digital. You see, so that all of your access to all these different to function in a society, everything about you will have to be on a digital grid, to where in real time he'll know where each and every individual, what you're buying, what you're trying to buy. He'll have control over whether you can buy or sell, where you're traveling, even technology to where he can know what you're thinking, how your emotions are going, how many breaths you're taking. It's just a complete and utter slave system. And these are the things we need to look out for, because these are the things that he's about to implement as he crashes this society. It says digital money. All right. It says over 90% of nations of the world are currently in the process of introducing a new digital currency issued by their central banks. It says OFG and others have been covering the push for a central bank digital currency for years now, to the point where we don't need to rehash old talking points. And you hear this all over the news. They need central bank digital currencies, which is a cashless society, which a CBDC will be issued and given to you by your government. All right. You won't be able to have any financial freedom. All right. Everything that you buy or sell will all be monitored. It'll all be traced. Everybody's going to be linked to this new government ran banking system, to where they'll have complete control, where they can tell you whether you can buy or sell, how much you can spend, at what time you can spend it. And they can, they can give you money, but they can tell you that it's time sensitive. They can give you CBDC credits and tell you that you have 30 days to spend this money before it just miraculously disappears out of your account and it won't be there anymore. So they'll have the ability to force you to force you to spend, whatever money that you have. You won't be able to have a bank account or put some away for a rainy day, or to create any type of wealth for yourself. All right. It's only going to be, the super rich and the poor, and you and everybody that's linked to this system will be the poor. All right. It says, simply put, entirely digital money enables total surveillance of every transaction. If the currency is programmable, it would also allow control of every transaction. You see? So that's why Klaus Schwab says you will eat the bugs. All right. You'll have to eat their lab grown meat. You'll have to eat their genetically modified cancer cell lace Franken chicken, because once you go to the store, that's all that the CBDC will allow you to purchase. You won't be able to purchase real lamb or grass-fed beef, because those options will not be on the table, because your CBDC won't allow you to make that transaction. You see, when you go into the store, you're going to eat, their lab-grown chicken. You'll eat their bug protein snacks and chips and whatever else they're going to provide for you, because they'll have control over how you can spend that money, and when you can spend it, and how you can spend it, at what time you can spend it. You see, it's a total slave system. It says you can read our blah, blah, blah. It says clearly CBDCs are potentially dystopian nightmare, which will infringe the rights of anyone forced to use them. But how are they building the block of global governance? You see, and this is why they want to have this MOTB, the mark of the beast, because it will all be controlled through that charagma, through that thing inserted inside of you. You see, that'll be your they're going to use that to basically control every single person on this planet that's embedded into this system. And you'll have no choice but to do what the hell they tell you to do. If they tell you, oh, you got to take this many jump shots, you're going to have to do it, because they can just turn off of your chip and totally cut you out and force you out of the society, and you won't be able to function in their dystopian new world order. You see, it's a, they're going to make you completely and solely dependent upon them. And you're going to have to do and obey every rule and every guideline that they force down your throat. It says clearly CBDCs are potentially, I read that. It says the answer to that is interoperability. While the world's national CBDCs will notionally be separate from one another, the majority are being coded to recognize and interact with each other. They're almost all being developed along guidelines produced by the Bank of International Settlements and other globalist financial institutions, and they are all being programmed by the same handful of tech giants, you see? And this is why scriptures tell you they're causing all, both small and great, rich and poor, to receive that mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, man. You see, everybody's going to be, it's a global system, and everybody's going to be linked to it all around the world. All right. Everybody's going to be locked under the same totalitarian, demonic beast system. You see? Let me see. It says it is crucial for central banks to prioritize interoperability considerations early in the design process by adhering to a set of guideline principles to facilitate global coordination and ensure harmonious implementation of CBDCs. The development of a comprehensive set of principles and standards becomes imperative. Let me get to the point of the shit I wanted. Where is it? Here we go. It says it doesn't take a genius to decode global coordination, cohesive ecosystems, harmonious advancements, and interconnected payment systems. There is no practical difference between the 195 interoperable and interconnected digital currencies and one single global currency. You see, they're all going to be linked. They're all going to be, it's going to be one just big, huge financial system operated in, ran by one power, man. And everybody that's into it will be linked and enslaved by this system. You see, it says, in fact, interoperability is the watchword for all globalist power structures moving forward, which leads us neatly into, what does it say, digital identity. You see, because everything and all your information, all your digital information will eventually be linked to your MOTB, to your charagma, to your CHIP. You see. And that's how they'll be able to have total and complete control and to monitor you in real time. And this is what the Bible is speaking about. This is the mark of the MOTB. All these things that you see, the CBDCs, the digital identity, all these things are going to be embedded inside of your charagma. All right. This is how you'll be able to buy or sell. It's not going to be by you having to commit sin or you having to go to the store and tell them, well, I committed adultery today and I did this today. No, your ability to buy, your ability to function will all be in your CHIP, and they can scan it and they can tell whether you have the access or whether you've been restricted from having access to function in their society. It says the global push for mandatory digital identities is even older than the digital currency agenda, dating back to the turn of the century and Tony Blair's national ID cards. For decades, it has been a solution positioned to every problem. Terrorism, digital identity will keep you safe. You see, and this is why they're going to bring these cyber attacks, so that they can force everybody to have digital permission to be on the internet, to do everything. You're going to have to digitally identify yourself, man, so that they can know each and everything that you do can be linked directly to you. All right. If you're on the internet, you're going to have to digitally identify yourself. You see, everything about you will be on the grid. You're not going to be able to fake your identity or go on the internet and they don't know that it's you posting shit or writing shit. They're going to know every single person that's on the internet and be able to monitor and watch you in real time. Just like with your financial transactions, just like if you get on the train, if you're doing this, you're doing that, they're going to want to know and see everything that you're doing. And they're going to use their angels, which is artificial intelligence, to govern and to watch over every single thing that you do and report back to the beast system who exactly is who and who is doing what. It says illegal immigration. Digital identity will secure the border. Right. Because, right now they're just letting people in. They can't literally identify everybody because some people are getting through the cracks. Some people are being allowed to come through unmonitored. But hey, when they have this digital beast system intacted, they'll be able to monitor every single person in real time. You won't be able to hide. You won't be able to crawl under some rock. You won't be able to get in this country or move about without them being able to identify and track and trace you. So if you commit a crime, hey, they'll just follow the blip wherever you at, and they'll come find you, or they'll put a goddamn. That showed you that. I was just watching a movie the other day. That showed you that in Suicide Squad, when they allowed those those metas to go in to that island to fight to try to fight the that starfish. They put a goddamn that explosive chip in the back of their brain, and they was able to track and follow them. That if they move beyond a certain perimeter, they can just press a button and the dude head exploded. And you better believe these microchips will be embedded with certain penalty technology in them, or it's called what was it called? It's a term they use. It's called hack kills or something like that. All right. So hey, it's going to be just like that, man. It says illegal immigration, digital identity will secure the border. A pandemic, digital identity will keep track of who was vaccinated and who was not, you see? So, when they have you locked into this system, when they tell you that there's a new sickness going around and you have to be shot up, if you don't take it, they'll be able to know who doesn't have it. You won't be able to fake documents or get a fake a permission slip saying that you got it. The medical system will be linked to this shit. All your biometrics, everything about you will be on the grid. It'll be a inescapable, they call it a panopticon, man. See, it says AI, digital identity will prove who's human. Poverty, digital identity will promote financial inclusion. You see, they're going to bank the unbanked. They're going to have everybody in this, everybody's going to have to be linked to this government system in order to get so-called CBDC, which is universal basic income, to get your stimulus checks, to get your so-called tax return, to get any form of financial compensation or financial permission. You're going to have to be linked into this system in order to function, man. You see, and the scriptures is telling you exactly what these things are. It says clearly, just as with CBDCs, a far-reaching digital identity service is a threat to human rights. You're not going to have any rights. You're going to be a slave, Neo. All right. They're going to digitally and technologically enslave humanity and play God via their technology, man. It says reaching digital identity service is a threat to human rights. And just as with CBDCs, if you interconnect national digital identity platforms, you can build a global system. Again, it's all about interoperability, and they use the exact same language. You see, let's look at this word interoperability. It says the ability of a computer system or software to exchange and make use of information. Right. This was the AI is going to be used for. It's going to be able to, exchange information in real time, man. And AI is never going to sleep. It's never going to take a break. This system is going to be in place to be, like I said, the angels, Esau's evil angels, artificial intelligence. It says interoperability between devices may be made by different manufacturers. Like we said, look, you're going to become the QR code. This is why transhumanism is a huge part of this agenda. They're going to literally link man with machine and be able to have that C-hip in you, maybe multiple C-hips in you, so that you can be interacted with their artificial intelligence, so you can be tracked, traced, and become a goddamn monkey in their new world order system, man. See, look, the ability of military equipment or groups to operate in conjunction with each other. Staff believe interoperability between forces is crucial to effectiveness. Yeah, to their new world order, man. And it's all tells you what it's going to be linked to right here, Revelations 13-16. And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. This is part of their transhumanism. This is part of you being interoperability in their new beast system, with your digital ID, your digital wallet, your CBDCs. Everything about you will be linked with you with this technology. You see? So this is why transhumanism and them putting brain chips in you is a huge part of their future agenda, because the brain chips, they're going to tell you it's going to make you to help the miracles. They're going to help the blind to see and the lame to walk and people who didn't have use of their limbs to move. But what they're not telling you is that, they're going to use that and different technology to be able to read your brain waves, to let you, to see if you're lying, to see if you're focusing on the task at hand, see if you have thoughts that are against what their new world order will allow you to have thoughts about, man. And they'll be able to redirect you and put you in place, man. It's it's just deep, man, what they're ultimately trying to do, but it's all going to be linked. It's all going to come together with the MOTB. It says, any cause of all, both small and great. And this is why, though, you got 100 and all these different countries, all these nations around the world are all getting on board with this financial and digital identification system, because it's all going to be linked together in this beast system. So it don't matter if you're a rich nation, a small nation, all the individuals within it are all going to be forced to receive this thing and to be linked and, to be joined into this system in its completeness. It says both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, that charagma, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. And it goes deeper to just buying and selling. It's basically telling you to be linked fully to this man's system, to be able to interact, to be able to be associated with this beast system. You're going to have all of the proper, digital permission slips, the digital ID, the CBDCs, and eventually the charagma, in order to be functional in this wicked, evil system, man. It says, here's wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 603 and 6. And 666 is all over this man's society, man. It's all over, in commercials, on advertisements, and the barcode that you use right now, the UPC codes. 666 is everywhere in this man's society, and you better believe is linked to that MOTB as well. Everything about this man's system is linked to that number 666, man. So I'm gonna close it there. I think the point was being made, man, but hey, it's our job and our duty to give you warning that it says 2024 is going to be the year that these devils are going to ultimately make the huge push for this, because they're running out of time. Prophecy is working against them, and this is why they're going to bring in these different cyber attacks and all this crazy shit that they're predicting. These Black Swans events are all in the making, because it's going to forcibly push everybody into this digital beast system and this new world order, man. So with that, Lord willing, you were edified. I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, for putting the spirit of me to do this lesson. Until the next one, shalom.